Hey everybody, today we have a quick little class and the only props we're using are 2 blocks. They are optional, so you can try to make it through without them. We're only using them for one pose anyway. So choose those if you want them, go ahead, get them ready, and let's start in tabletop. So come to all fours, placing your hands, your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. If you have wrist issues, you can use those blocks like so, or you can just scoot your hands a little forward to increase the angle between your hand and your arm. So tabletop pose, moving through cats and cows and connecting breath and movement. We'll inhale as we drop the belly, moving into cow pose, and exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Keep moving with the pace of your own breath. Using this time to connect with your breath, your body, connecting with movements, and settling into the present moment. Setting aside all those other things that want to run through your mind right now. You can add in a few extra movements if that feels good, moving hips side to side. We're stretching through the wrists. And continue to breathe as you do so. Good. And then come back to tabletop, coming back to all fours. Lift the right leg out behind you. And if you're stable, lift the left arm out in front of you. Spinal balance. Good. Draw the belly button up to the spine. Leg is strong, belly strong. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, lift the left leg and lift the right arm if you're stable. Belly button pens up to spine. Continue to breathe, don't hold your breath. And holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Release, come back down to the earth. So we're going to move from here into plank pose. Stretch out the arms a little bit, moving back, hips to heels. Tuck the toes, toes together, heels drawing in towards each other as you turn on the glutes. Oh, mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes out here. All right, so we're holding plank. And if you feel stable in your plank, go ahead and lift the right leg, holding everything else where it is, and set it back down. Lift the left leg and set it back down. Lift the right leg and switch. One more time, lift and switch. Good. All right, so we're gonna slowly lower all the way down onto the belly. Good. And just a little bit of a back bend here. Maybe swaying side to side. And then press back up, coming through to a seat. So let's bring feet to the earth, knees bent, hands back behind you, and then see if you can rock the pelvis back just a little bit. So you're not sitting right up on top of your sits bones, but you're rocking back so that the pelvis, the tailbone tucks a little bit. And you can keep your hands on the ground as you lift the legs. Shins can be about parallel to the ceiling here. This is a boat pose variation, and I find that with support, it's just a little bit more comfortable. And try to draw the lower belly in. Close your eyes. We're strong here, but also find a place where you can settle into the pose. And we're gonna slowly lower down onto the back and bring the hands behind the head, interlacing fingers, elbows pointing forward. We'll straighten one leg and touch elbow to knee. Inhale, and on your exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, And exhale, switch. Move with your own breath at your own pace, but keep your lower back pinned to the mat. Upper back and shoulders are moving up off the mat, but the lower back is definitely flush to the mat here. Keep going, you can do it. You're doing great. One more each side. And with the lower back flush to the mat, lift the toes up to the ceiling and then see if you can start to lower them. Stop once you feel your back coming up off the mat. So it might be still pretty high. And we're gonna hold here and don't hold your breath. Continue to breathe. Good. Now draw the knees into chest. Find a little bit of movement side to side. And we're gonna roll up to a seat. Ready? Good. So grab your blocks if you're using them. This will be a lot easier with blocks. Put them to your sides and see if you can find that action of rolling the pelvis back again. Squeezing in the lower belly and see if you can just find a little bit of lift. Maybe just the sits bones come up off the mat. Maybe just your hips lift and the feet stay down. Good. Now let's try that again. Maybe this time you can lift your legs too. Ready? And lower back down to the earth. Okay, that's a really tough move. It may take years of practice before you can get it. I'm still working on it. Let's lower all the way back down onto our backs. For bridge pose, walk the feet up towards the hips. Hands come down by the heels. And when you're ready, lift the hips up, releasing in the hip flexors. And start to let this practice go as you hold here, continuing to breathe. And gently lower your hips back down to the earth. And we'll find rest now, so bring your feet down to the bottom corners of your mat, toes flopping out to the sides. Palms are face up here as we come into Shavasana. Relax the breath, just let it flow in and out naturally, without judgment, without trying to change the breath. And let's finish up with a cleansing breath. So take a deep inhale through the nose, open the mouth, and exhale, let it go. Take rest. Namaste.